Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here, and today I wanted to put together just a quick little video about an article that was sent to me by one of my really good subscribers. And you know, it's kind of an unprecedented time right now in the automotive industry with price hikes going up and you know, chip shortages and all the weird stuff happening out there, but also what's happening with a shift in the car culture and a lot of Mopar folks out there and kind of the behavior of a lot of folks out there. It's really interesting to kind of look at everything happening right now and also kind of what the police are doing to combat some of the behavior out there. So today we'll talk a little bit about that. Also, guys, if you are new to my channel, do me a gigantic favor, hit subscribe at the bottom there for me, because I have all sorts of great surprises coming up for you later this year. It's going to be a ton of fun. Also, you can hit that notification bell for more great content. Follow me on Instagram, and we are off.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Now, I want to kind of start off by just talking about the fact that the vast majority of the people watching this video are car enthusiasts to some degree. Maybe you're brand specific or you're brand loyal, or maybe you're not and you're just an all-around enthusiast like myself. But I've been driving fast cars for a really long time, and I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, I haven't ever exceeded the speed limit or got a speeding ticket, anything remotely close to that. I mean, we all like to go out and have fun in our cars. Certainly, I'm a drag racer, all of that kind of stuff first. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, there have been a few times in the past where I can even admit that maybe I've done something that might have been borderline stupid, but it happens, right? But one thing I can tell you that I've never done or never even thought about doing was running from the police or shutting down a highway to go out and do donuts and have fun. And I've been pretty outspoken about this whole situation since it's really been unfolding. I've been finding more and more stuff on social media about this kind of stuff, but we're seeing a lot of things happen in the car culture, especially with Mopars right now. There's something about Dodge and Mopar with Chargers and Challengers, especially where in that culture now it seems to be really prevalent. Well, people will go out, they will shut highways down, and they'll literally start doing donuts in the middle of the highway. The police will show up, then they start running from the police. You can find it everywhere. It's happening all over the country. It's worse in certain cities, but it's definitely something that we need to be aware of. And the thing I think that bothers me the most about the whole situation here is the fact that it really makes all of us look bad. I want to believe the vast majority of you out there watching are people that are very respectful, that would never run from the police, never act in that sort of manner. But at the end of the day, whether you drive a Mopar or not, especially makes you look bad if you're a Mopar owner. And even if you're a respectful Mopar owner, these folks are out there making you look bad. But if you have really a performance car in general, guess what? It's making you more of a target, and it really is making the entire car community look terrible.
Oh, you better get out of there.
Now, if you look carefully at one of those clips, you can actually hear people in the background, actually in a few of the clips, but especially one where people are literally just laughing as these people are trying to evade the police, and just they think it's funny. And I personally, as I watch that, it just absolutely infuriates me to no degree. I think it's just gives us an awful look. Now, as incidents like this become more and more prevalent across the country, obviously the police feel like they have to do something about this. And so they are taking measures out there in various different ways to actually combat a lot of this behavior. One of the articles that was actually sent to me is about a confiscated Hellcat. Now, this is not the only one, but I'll put this link in the video description down below where you can go and check this out. But they actually have a confiscated Hellcat. They got it from a drug dealer, and they turned it into a really awesome police car. Just one way that the police are kind of fighting back. And this is not a new thing. I mean, police have been confiscating pretty high-end cars from people like that for a long time. But it is kind of cool to see them actually fight back in that way, give them something that these guys can't easily outrun. And that's always been kind of the issue with these high horsepower Mopars, is they're so fast. And when you get a bunch of foolish kind of idiots behind the wheel of these things, it makes for a really bad recipe. So that's just, like I said, one thing that the police are doing.
We got the police, hold on, and Hellcats. You see this shit? That's the police, and he's in a Hellcat.
So another thing that the police are actually doing with these impounded cars or these confiscated cars is they are taking them and they're actually going to the car meets. They're going to some of these race pre-meets, things like that. They're finding out where a lot of these big races are happening. They're finding out where a lot of the highway shutdowns are going to occur, physically just blending in with the crowd. And they're trying their very best to kind of to stop a lot of that. Obviously they're actually physically betting money. I've talked to some of the other police officers out there. They're physically betting money, and then they're going along kind of with the whole deal because they really feel like at this point their hand has been forced by the sheer number of people out there acting just like plain idiots. So yeah, it is a little bit kind of like the Fast and the Furious movie. Paul Walker where was out there trying to kind of do his thing.
Mia, I'm a cop.
What are you talking about, Brian? What is this?
Ever since the first time I met you, I've been undercover.
And very much kind of what's going on in real life right now, just because they feel like they don't have much choice in the matter. It's really kind of sad when you really look at how much stuff is out there on social media and the way a lot of these people are behaving. And this is not just a Mopar thing. I don't want to put just Mopar in that one box, but I will say even when you talk to police officers right now, that they feel like the biggest problem is with the Mopar owners right now. And I have to say, based on all the research that I've done, that is the prevalent group right now. So like I said, if you own a Charger Hellcat or a 392 or a Challenger 392, these guys are out there making you look awful right now because like I said, a lot of the police officers I've talked to, they said, they actually hate to stop these cars, the 392s, the Hellcats, all that kind of stuff, because a lot of the times the people that they'll stop and then they will run. And so a lot of times they'll call in backup just for a random traffic stop on vehicles like that. It should not be necessary to do that, but it is. Now, the other thing that I am seeing police do right now with these high horsepower confiscated vehicles is they're actually baiting roll racers into racing. So they'll actually get out there and physically start engaging in the racing activity itself. And then, of course, pull you over after they engage in that. It's kind of an interesting deal. But I did see an article out there that was sent to me about people, and you see it all the time. It's all over social media once again. But people kind of weaving in and out, acting extremely recklessly and irresponsibly. And somebody actually ended up hitting an SUV and killing an entire family because they were just acting completely irresponsibly. And it's just a really sad situation altogether that people are acting like that. And there's a right and a wrong way to do things, guys. I talk about it all the time. And I do encourage having fun in your car, but you got to be responsible in the way that you do it. And it's just, you have to take everybody on the road into account. And when you're weaving in and out of people like that and just acting really just like a complete idiot and you're putting other people's lives in danger, that is not okay. I think most of you would agree with that statement. And it's just really a sad situation that the police have to resort to doing the things that they are to keep people safe. So really, to sum it all up, at the end of the day, these people are really just giving us all a really bad look. And I'm simply not okay with it. I'm not okay with running from the police. I'm not okay with blocking highways where people travel. You could have an emergency situation, any number of things, just because they want to be idiots and be irresponsible and selfish. It just baffles me that people do that. Also, weaving in and out of traffic the way that some of these guys do, it's just pure irresponsibility, and it's kind of a shame. I'm not sure what is going on with this shift in the car culture right now as to why we're seeing, especially with Mopars, why we're seeing that such a prevalent thing with a lot of these guys out there. But it's very much a thing. Law enforcement is very aware of it. They're taking measures and steps as best they can, simply because they've been put in a weird position by these people. It's kind of a shame. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.